think about it, that you are quite nicely planning about all the goals which you'd like to hit in different areas of life, career, wealth, health, relationship, all of them. But you are ignoring one of the skill set which has got the potential to impact your life and your career. That is your communication skills. Now let me make your job easier. Through this particular video, I am going to give you 5 aspects of communication skills. If you are able to take care of them, then communication skills will be there to help you out in all aspects. Okay, so let's begin. Focus on each one of them, and within this video also you'll get to know how to utilize them. Okay, how to work on them. Let's go ahead. So the number one is practice self-awareness during tough conversations. Now I should write especially during tough conversation, because your self-awareness is required to be managed in all aspects of life, in all kind of discussions. Now what I have noticed is that people with typically with advanced communication skills, they have a very solid grasp on their own emotions. They know how to control when they are too excited, overexcited, or upset, and they don't let these emotions take over the conversation or cause unnecessary drama. So it is very important that you remain level-headed. Now how to remain level-headed? First thing is that you can identify the kind of situations, the kind of discussions which really flare you up. And when your heart start thumping, or when you start feeling a bit of anger and your face start to get hot, take a break. Learn this art of breaking the flow of words during those tough conversations. It is very important that you cut off during that time and find some me time, alone time, where you can do some self-talking and you can calm yourself down. This is very important. And the other aspect of self-awareness, in addition to this understanding your emotions, the other aspect is that whenever you are making any mistake and you get to know about that you have made a mistake, let your ego not come in between. Okay, you need to learn the art of admitting your mistakes in the right manner. You might find this a very simple point, and this is a very simple point, but this has got a lot of potential with respect to completely changing your communication style. Number two, don't be acquisitary when raising an issue. Now what does it mean? It means that sometimes what happens is that during typically in the tough situations, they're bound to happen. Okay, and you might not like somebody with respect to the way somebody is talking, or the kind of work somebody is doing, and you know that that work is wrong or the way of talking is wrong. But the minute you start the conversation, and you start conversation by accusing that person, by using the word like you're always late, you always do this, you never complete this on time, okay, you have been like this forever. If you use such kind of a conversation, even if with your family members or with your colleagues or peers or juniors, seniors, to whomsoever, then understand this: it's a human nature that when anybody feels that he or she is getting accused of something, the first response is to be defensive, and nothing good comes out of such conversation where somebody is offensive and another one is defensive. That conversation remains unending. So if you want something good to come out of your conversation, stop using these kind of sentences and stop using this kind of language which accuses the other person. Rather, you make your sentences in a little better manner. For example, if suppose some of your team members have been coming late, rather than saying that you have always been coming late for the meetings, you can say that have been observing that you have been coming late for some time. Is everything okay with you? This kind of a conversation will really help you in a long run. Okay. Number three, never respond to messages when you are upset. It's a big one. It's a big one. So now again, it looks very simple, but it is one of the most commonly made mistake, that in the spur of moment, in that heat, If you see somebody's email and say, how can he write like that, or how can he or she send the WhatsApp message like this, or whatever, and you get into that debate. And especially this is true nowadays in case of WhatsApp group messages and chats, because there uh, you are more prone to responding back. So if any message uh, makes you feel hurt or unhappy, it is very important that you again take a break. At least 10 minutes, 15 minutes break is required to cool you down before you respond. And and let me tell you this, that this particular strategy can work wonders for any kind of relationships, for any kind of group dynamics. So never respond to messages when you are upset. Make sure that you don't do this. Okay. Now the next one, number 4, is try not to make assumption. Now this again is a simple activity and it goes long way. Now what do I mean by not to make any assumptions? Have you heard that saying by George Bernard Shaw that the single biggest problem in communications is that illusion that it has taken place? You feel that I have communicated, or that person should understand it, and that's not the case. Okay, so in case you are asking question and somebody is answering it, you repeat his or her answer, paraphrase that in your own words, and just be confirm that this is what that person is answering. Or if you are answering a question which somebody has asked, just see that you repeat the question in your own manner and then answer, so that you are confirmed that you are answering what is being asked. There could be many other ways also, where people start assuming the way somebody is behaving, the body language, or the past of that person. There are many such uh, hints, or many such uh, ideas which we have, basis which we try assuming. Don't assume. Try to be as neutral as possible in each and every conversation, and that will also help you out in finding out the right context of the conversation. It is a very impactful suggestion. Please apply that. Now let's come to the last but not the least, one of my favorites. Number 5, plan and practice what you will say. In any kind of conversations where you're going to speak, present, talk about something, always try to plan and practice. No, I'm not saying that all the conversation will give you time to plan and practice. I understand that everywhere you can't go very well prepared. There are a lot of impromptu conversations, so where you don't have any time to plan and practice. Even in those situations, even if you have got 30 seconds, 15 seconds to get over quickly in your head what you want to speak, this technique itself, planning and practicing for 15 seconds to 15 minutes to 15 hour, whatever is applicable in whatever situation, this particular technique can work wonders for your communication skills. Now look at this all 5 together. Practicing your self-awareness, knowing your own emotions during all kind of conversations, especially tough conversations. Not accusing somebody while getting into a discussion, especially when you're raising issue or the tough discussions are there. Don't accuse people if you really want some result out of that discussion. Otherwise it will become to and fro. Number 3, never respond to messages when you are upset. It is so important. Learn this and make it a ground rule that if you're not liking any statement, you're not liking any behavior, you will at least give yourself 5 minutes time to think through this, and then only you'll respond back. And this is very important. Okay, number 4, try not to make assumptions while talking. Don't think too much about that person's past behavior, and then what person is trying to speak without that person has spoken. You just make some assumptions. Okay, this is what he or she would like to speak. Don't have any kind of such assumptions. Nothing, just you complete focus on what that person is talking, questioning and answering in both the ways. Try to paraphrase and see if you have understood the question or the answer properly. That will go a long way. Last, plan and practice. Whatever you want to speak, whatever you want to talk about, plan and practice, even if that means only for 15 to 30 seconds. If it's an impromptu talk, that will also help you. These 5 communication skills related tips, if you apply, you will find out that your communication skills will go to a very different level altogether, and you will see the way people perceive you and they take you will also change with it. Apply this and see the magic happening for you. Take care, everybody. Have a great life ahead.